thanks to Beach Bowl. Again, this was a very well-run bowl game. Our kids had a great time during the week. Gary and the group did a great job, outstanding game, a great venue, great event. I mean, we did a great job. But first, I want to say I'm very proud of our seniors. What the senior class meant, 49 wins in 4 years, averaging over 12 a year, 3 ACC titles and a national championship, 4 major bowl games in a row. Very proud of that group. Very happy for what they've been able to accomplish and the underclassmen. I mean, what they were able to do. Each week, you know, we tried to get better, and I thought we competed very hard in this game here. I think we didn't play as well as we needed to, for sure. Houston did a great job. They have a great team. Took advantage of opportunities, and we had some opportunities to get back in the game and make some plays early in the game, and we had some critical penalties early. The penalty in the first series was a very critical penalty. Could have had the ball maybe midfield with a lot of momentum and things that went on and changed the field position, but then we had opportunities down there to make plays. And then offensively we got picked up, and then defensive they hit a couple plays. At the end of the game, we couldn't get a stop when we had to. And we didn't make enough plays on offense. Had too many turnovers and what went on, but the kids competed extremely hard in the game. Very proud of them for that. Just have to play. We have to coach better. We have to put them in better position, and I have to do a better job as far as that goes. But very proud of this team. They played hard. Had a 10-win season. Got to New Year's Day 6 game. Again, like I say, special thank you to the seniors and the guys moving on. They did a great job for this program. They'll always be in our family. We'll look forward to having a great year. I think we're very excited about going into next year. We have almost everybody back. Have an opportunity to have I think a very special team again, and I look forward to hopefully learn from this experience and grow and help us down the road. But I think the best is still ahead for this program. I'm very excited about where we're going, how we're doing things, and I'm very blessed to have been here. So,
all right, thank you, Coach. Questions? Raise your hand. We'll get a microphone to you. Please give us your name and your affiliation. All right, we're right here in the second row, please.
Yeah, George Henry, Associated Press. Jim, what was the decision on the pooch kick?
It wasn't a pooch kick.
Why did pooch? Well, okay.
It was supposed to be kicked deep. He was missing.
I wasn't.
It wasn't a pooch kick.
He was supposed to kick it?
Deep, yes.
Okay.
He's missed it.
All right, got a follow-up? All right, where are we going next? Raise your hand. Okay, back here. Asher, far back left, please.
Asher Allman, WCTV. Coach, just what was the Houston defense doing that just wouldn't allow Dalvin Cook to get going today?
We just didn't block them. I mean, there was nothing that we had never seen. I mean, they just beat us on blocks. I mean, they beat us on blocks, and then when we did break through, the one guy, the safety or the guy was coming down the one-on-ones, they were able to tackle well. They got him in confined spaces, but they did it. We need to control the line of scrimmage a little better than we did, and I think that was a big key in what happened in the game.
All right, right here on the aisle, please.
Gene Williams, WarChant.com. Coach, if you could talk a little about when Sean got hurt and then the decision to bring him back. Obviously, his ankle was a little twisted up.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just a sprained ankle. I mean, there was no structural damage, so you play on sprains all the time, and you got a long time to heal right here. I mean, it'll be swollen for a week or so, and it'll play, but you do that all. I mean, we have 4, 5, or 6 guys doing it right now. I mean, and Bobo did it in the game. Bobo's able to come back. I mean, it's not. There was no they went X-rayed it. There was no structural damage. There was nothing wrong. It was just a sprain. So you come back and you play on sprains. That's football.
Okay, follow up back here.
Coach, follow up on Sean. Can you just talk about just everything he's been through this year and what he showed you today on the football field?
His competitiveness, his toughness, his ability to compete in the game, his willingness to come back in there and lay his heart and soul on the line. This guy's a competitor. I have the utmost respect for him as a player, as a leader, everything he stands for. I mean, he come back in through for 392 yards and has a chance to get back in the ballgame. Every time we kept getting back to one score, we couldn't get the stop and then get it back, and that went on. But I was very proud of him. I mean, I'm sure he's going to say there's some plays he wanted back. There's some plays we all wanted back. You know, we all didn't do it, but very proud of the way he played. He led us in that group, and I think our kids responded to him coming back in the game. He showed a lot of heart and a lot of guts.
All right, Tom.
Tom D'Angelo, Pumpy Post. Jimbo, talk more on Sean Moore. Was he limited at all when he came back, and also the interception? Was it just trying to make plays?
Well, it was the first one. The first one in the second half. The one he underthrew a deep ball. We had a deep ball. He just didn't get enough on it. He had a little pressure in the pocket. With the second one, we had a corner route open. He just misread it. It was a flat read and a corner read, and he should have laid it flat. But just that. Then trying to make a play on the other, and then the last one was trying to scramble and make a play. But I mean, when you get in those kind of games, it gets crazy. You're trying to make plays, and that's what I think he did early. I think when the first 1 or 2 once we got back in, like he said, I just want to make a play. I said, no, just keep playing. We got plenty of time. And I thought he did a really good job. But I thought he battled well. I thought he played well. He gave us a chance to get back in the ball game. Made some really, really nice throws. He was limited, yes, no doubt, as far as running, but he could still move in the pocket and balance and push off his foot. So his arm strength and thing was still good there.
Okay, over here in row 2.
Corey Clark, Tallahassee Democrat. Jalen, they were 13 of 23 on third down and a lot in that second half. How frustrating was that not to be able to get off the field? And the one where you blitzed, was that just a miscommunication?
Yeah, I mean, it's frustrating to, come out, on a losing end or any type of game. As Florida State, we're just competitive. We hold ourselves to a high standard here. But, of course, we wish we could have had a few plays back. And yeah, personally, I just had a miscommunication with safety. We had a signal that's kind of close to another signal, and I blitzed, and he was open. Miscommunication.
Yeah, Jimbo, usually sometimes when teams lose bowl games like this, they'll say that maybe you guys weren't ready to play, you weren't focused, but it seemed like you guys were ready to play into the game throughout.
Our kids, we had great bowl practice. We practiced hard all the way up. We were ready to play. Just had some miscommunication. Early in the game, we had the first drive, and then Roberto was kicking the field goal and he slipped. That's why the field goal went short. He lost his footing, and we could have scored points there. We moved the next drive down, and then Sean got hurt on the second down. We moved the ball very well. Then we just lost momentum. Our kids were playing hard. And then we had the critical turnover before half. I thought that was very critical. It allowed them to get a touchdown. But no, our kids played hard. We were ready to play and wanted to play. We just didn't play as well, and Houston did a very nice job.
All right, back here again.
Question for Jalen. Jalen, have you made a decision what you're going to do as far as the NFL draft or come back to Florida State yet?
No, I have not. That's something that I'll talk to my family about and Coach Fisher about before I let anyone else know.
All right, continuing with questions. We're good. Okay, over here, Gary.
This one for Coach. How much of that hurry-up offense that they had, they seem to be, constantly up to the line of scrimmage. Did that have a big effect on you guys?
I don't think, you face that every week. I hate to say it, that's more normal now than not normal. You know what I'm saying? So, they did a nice job of running their offense. I don't mean that. They did a great job of coaching, but as far as the tempo of it, we face that a lot of times. But they executed their offense very well.
All right, next question.
This is for Sean. Just want to walk us through when you got hurt, carted off, and came back. What happened through all that?
They just took x-rays of my ankle, and they just said it was a bad sprain and nothing was broken, so they taped it up as well as they could. I got back out as fast as I could.
Right here.
Austin Lyon, Bright House Sports Network for Coach and Jalen. Can you talk about the challenges that their offense presented? You guys hadn't given up more than 24 points in any game this year. They scored 38 today.
They did, and I think offensively our turnovers had a lot to do with that too. I think offensively we set them up in field position too. But they did a great job. Their quarterback's a dynamic guy. He can run. They can throw it. They throw a lot of screens, and they do the no huddle. And they won a field position battle. I think our turnovers hurt us in the kicking game. Obviously hurt us late when we missed the kick and got the pooch kick when we were trying to kick it deep, and they got a return. And they had their backs against the wall a little bit, and but they did a real nice job on offense.
All right, did we have one over here?
Jalen, did you want Jalen? Was that Jalen too?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yep, Jalen.
Like Coach said, they're a good team. Credit to them, but I feel like we made a few mistakes that cost us a little bit. Everything else, Coach Fisher said.
George Henry, AP. Jalen, Ward got knocked out twice, obviously, and what was the mindset of the defense when Postma came back in there, picked up that big answer?
We didn't. That didn't affect us at all. Who was the quarterback in the game? We were gonna play the same way. Period. But he's a good player, very dynamic player, great quarterback. He came in, he fought hard, even through the injury, and he got the job done for his team.
Back here, Asher. Back in the back corner, Nick. Thanks.
Sean, can you just talk about that moment you ran back out of the tunnel, come back, and kind of what you said to your team, and just maybe it looked like you had a moment there with the offensive line banging helmets, just kind of the Rudy-like moment you had out there.
Yeah, I was just trying to get everyone motivated. Obviously, it was still 7-3 when I came back, so I was just trying to get everyone pumped up and ready to go.
All right, time for a couple more. Right here, Tom.
Sean and Jimbo, you said several times how a bowl game, next season has nothing to do with last season's bowl game. But can you use things as motivation? Can it be can it help you guys in the off season? And
Motivation's not. I don't think that. I think a learning experience. You learn from mistakes and the way you did things, the way you prepare, the way you didn't prepare, the things you made. Like that. It's hard to motivate off something in the past, and when you motivate off something in the past, that's usually false. when I found out. You know what I mean? You either have it in you to go be a champion and play and do the things you have, or by the program and the culture you have. You know what I mean? I mean, because when you're motivated from the past, you're thinking more of revenge. I never, have a lot of success like that. But you can learn from these experiences. There's no doubt.
I agree exactly. It's not about revenge in the spring. It's a whole new team. You got a lot of new guys, so it's so a lot of guys will be playing next year that didn't experience this game. So you either have it or you don't come springtime when it comes to motivation.
Okay, right here.
Sean, with your ankle limiting you, how tough was it to not have a run game going, to be forced to stand back there and dance around and try to throw it deep, try to get something going?
It was what it is. You know what I'm saying? It didn't really affect too much. They did a pretty good job taping it up. So it limited some stuff, but it was fine.
Sean, can you talk about the challenges that Houston presented defensively? They seem to be doing a good job of creating pressure, and the coverage was good on the back end as well.
Yeah, exactly. They did a lot of nice things on third down, a lot of stuff that we didn't see throughout the year, but we practiced it. I thought they did a pretty good job. They got us sometimes, and they did play some good coverage behind it as well. We made plays, and we also didn't make the plays over there. So we left too many plays on the field.
Coach Fisher, Ron Steiner, WCXL, you said that this really can't be a motivation for next season, but on that note, you said after this game at 5 o'clock you wanted to be a better football team. How can you use that to be a better football team this game next season?
Look at what you did well, what you did poorly, and try to correct that and work on it going out through spring, and what your future is you recognize what the new team's personality and their identity is. But I mean, there's always a lot of learning curves, a lot of great, anytime you got things on film, you can learn from it.
All right. Time for one more. Anybody? Going once? All right, Gary, last question.
Hi, Gary McKillop, Safety Radio. Just for Sean and the coach, just one thing that you thought really made the difference in this game. Houston led most of the way, but in the end, it was a pretty close ball game. What do you think the difference was?
I think you wish we could have got the running game going more. I think having more balance, I think, would have really helped. And then, having the turnovers at times, but, you were backed up and taking chances. You have to, when you're backed up and you're behind, you take chances that you normally wouldn't. So I don't look at that. But, some of the turnovers early, and then just being able to run the football a little bit better, I think would have created more balance. And, trying to get Dalvin more. And we had 18 touches, but, a little more into what we were trying to do.
All right, thanks, everybody. Locker room.